And thank God for Chabad and a guy named Dennis Brown. Without them, my son would not be alive today.
Harold, I think you said something that's, you know, Nike has that commercial, "Just Do It," and you said something just now that is very, very prolific and tells the whole story of Chabad. Your son walked in and said, "I need help." Those are three little words, "I need help."
Magic words.
Magic words. And he got help.
Yes, he did.
And he got help from Chabad, and he got it without any question about who he was, where he came from, what he could do for us, what he couldn't do, or what. He needed help at that moment, and those people were there to help him. Now, we need these people out there to send us money so that we can help other people who get into trouble. Because your son is not the only person who gets into trouble. There are tens of thousands of people out there.
I know, I see him all the time. And thank God for Chabad.
Well, I thank God for you and thank God for your son. I hope you have a happy life together and a healthy one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Send us some money so we can help more kids. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Diane Watson.
I am excited and thrilled to be here tonight and watching these numbers click higher and higher. And I'm appealing to you, the public, to give your dollars. Chabad is trying to meet the needs of so many people who cannot help themselves. And since the uprising here in Los Angeles, there are so many people in need. We have to join across cultural lines, ethnic lines, racial lines, religious lines, sexual lines, and help each other. We're all in this together. It is unity. It is Chabad helping people who cannot help themselves. Won't you call in? Any amount is not too small. And just know, when you give, you are giving to yourselves. Let's all join together and make this the most successful year of fundraising for Chabad.
God bless you, Senator. God bless you with health and happiness. Thank you so much.
Same to you.
Yes.
First of all, before you do the tote, which I know you're going to do right now, I just wanted to correct something on this. Mr. and Mrs. Sam Sampson, double high, $1,800. It was for a speedy recovery for Estelle Sampson, who has cancer, and we wish her a speedy recovery.
She's going to recover. You know that, Estelle? I hope you're listening to me. You're going to recover, and I got news for you that it's going to be a full and complete recovery.
Can I ask you, also, you're going to do a tote. Now, when we do the tote, we dance. Right. Well, some of us dance.
Some of us.
I disappear, and John Voight comes in, it's Eddie Almos. Eddie, get off the phones, you're going to dance in a minute. John Voight is here tonight again, and I just want to make just a special thanks to him again tonight because he came in, his mother is very ill, and he still got on an airplane, got here, and he's with us, and we love him a lot because he's a great support system for Chabad.
Come on, John. Come here, John. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand and a special prayer for John Voight and his mom.
John.
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
Are we gonna, all right, we're gonna have a toast.
Somebody else take the phone, Mr. Almos.
Oh, look what we have. It's almost $3.5 million.
$3,471,000.
there they are. Oh,
I want to
Fred,
tell you, wait a second.
you're going to bring back vaudeville, you
Wait a
three
second.
guys. You're
I
bringing
want
it
to say
back.
something.
Rush,
You see these
rush me
wonderful
down.
people.
I'll get him, John.
Brilliant.
All right, man. Champion, champion.
I want to say like this, you know, my dear friends at home, we need for you to go to the phones and to call and call. For God's sakes, call us now. Get up off the couch. Go to the phone and call us. Send us the money that we need. Without your help, we just can't make it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
If you introduce him, then you don't need me at all.
Well, to
You took
introduce
over the
to
whole
you,
thing. Why
to
don't I just...
introduce to you,
Why don't I... It's a good time for me to retire anyway.
to introduce to you, Mr.
I've been
Jan
enough.
Murray,
Oh, who will introduce the next artist?
who will introduce.
The next artist. Yeah, go catch your breath someplace. Leave me something to do here, Rabbi.
God bless you all, but go to those phones and call us now.
We'll call you
now.
All right, let me take over. Let me take over. I think by next year he'll be doing routines. Be doing all my comedy jokes, and there'll be no spot for me left at all. Catch your breath revenue, catch your hap the motem a bissel. And here he they have very different type of special music now from Israel. Ron Elleron. See how nice I do that, Rabbi? Beautiful. That's why they pay me to be an MC, not here. I'm talking about regular places. Ron, God bless you.
I believe. I believe. Till the end of time, Lord of Abraham, I believe. I'm in your hand. I'm in your hand. Till the end of time, Lord of Abraham, I believe. You, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, since the world began, you made me and I am, since the world began, you made me understand. I exist, tell the world and I am well. I believe, I will live to tell the tale. I exist, through the fire, through the hell. I believe, I'm the son of Israel. You, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you. I exist, tell the world and I am well. I believe, I will live to tell the tale. I exist, through the fire, through the hell. I believe, I'm the son of Israel. You, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you.
You know, I believe that each and every one of us can make a difference. I believe that those of us who are more fortunate than others must lend a helping hand. I believe that the stars that are here tonight, you at home, can make a difference and save lives. We must believe that together we'll have the will, the power to bring light to replace darkness, so that thousands of unfortunate men, women, and children we'll have a brighter tomorrow. Please, go to your phones right now. Call 662-2218. On this new year, good things are going to happen. You just got to believe that. Now, on a very personal note, I didn't really know much about Chabad, and I was very happy about being asked to do the telethon because I learned very much about how Chabad works with elderly people, health care, bringing food. My mother Blanche, 81 years old, Brooklyn, New York, next week. It's perfect. Thank you very much. Happy, healthy New Year to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. That's Michael Lerner. And incidentally, Michael was nominated for an Academy Award this past year for his brilliant performance in Barton Fink. Thank you for coming down here, Michael. We really appreciate it. I quickly now, because we're getting down to the wire, you know, we got to keep this show alive and moving. But I want to introduce these lovely people, some of them who are manning our telephones. This terrific guy who did a big pitch for us and who started a new career, brilliant actor, and tonight started a whole new career as a dancer. A Jewish dancer. You'll soon see him at bar mitzvahs and places performing with his dance. He'll be doing the Mexican hat dance, but it'll fit. Edmund Hobos, God bless you. And what a sweet guy. Now he's sitting here breaking his neck answering phones. This beautiful lady, Academy Award nominee for Goodfellas, and she was dynamite in it. Lorraine Bracco. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you for being with us. We really appreciate it. And Barney Miller in the one-man show. You're doing James Cagney, the one-man show?
What makes you ask that?
I didn't think you could do it.
You didn't think I could do it, huh? Well, let me tell you, if this lady wasn't here, I'd really do it for you. What do you think of that?
Is that great? Is that great? I thought it was Edward G. Robinson. Anyway, Christopher Weeks. Christopher, thank you. Upcoming movie called Guilty as Charged. Just fine actor Irvin Keyes. Thank you, Irvin, for being with us. This beautiful young lady starred in a play, The Tin Pan Man, written by Jerry Cutler, our rabbi in residence, and my rabbi starting a week from now, and a lovely young lady starring in it. Is it Faye? Oh, look at the handwriting these people have. Rayanne Tario? Tario, you lovely young lady. And I hear you're great, Miss Sean. I'm sorry I didn't see it. But maybe you might be doing it in Harris, in Atlantic City, I hear. If you are, I'll come and see you. All right, Karen's Restaurant Review on cable TV. Karen Salkin. Thank you. Is that the name of a show on cable television? Karen's Restaurant Review. And I blew it. Which cable? What cable? What? Century Cable.
Yes, we have to say hi to Marty, this lovely young gentleman.
Who's Marty?
Making a lot of money right now.
Get it. Go get it down. Thank you very much. And here's one of Rabbi Cutler's 5 daughters. He has 5 daughters, just like Eddie Cantor. And this beautiful young lady is one of them, and she's a fine young actress. You've seen her in a lot of commercials and in many TV productions. And this is Daniela Cutler. And these are 3 gentlemen, right? Danny Zev. Who's Danny Zev? Danny Zev. You know what he did? He donated services to Chabad for the last 5 years. And what is this, the valet services you donate? Valet, he does the valet, parking, all of that for the last 5 years. Denny Zev lets it all have it for garnished. Garnished. You say garnished, I say garnished. Anyway, and Maury and Nelson Silva, of Avon Rent-A-Car, they provided the vehicles and the trucks for the telethon. Thank you so much. We really appreciate what you guys do. God bless you all. And now, wait a minute, I do have, they handed me a couple of quick donations. Mr. Maury Friedman, in honor of the parents Abraham and Sally Friedman's 46th birthday, $180. 46 years old, continue. And that age I was 53 already. And here's a wonderful one. Mr. and Mrs. Tom Arnold. Mrs. Tom Arnold is Roseanne, as you all know, and Tom is a great and a wonderful comedian, and they're both fine, wonderful people, and they're sending us $1,000, for which we thank you. And Dorothy Sterner, in memory of Max Sterner, and she's sending us $500. So, right now, my friends, we want you to meet actress, cabaret sensation, and the singing star of her internationally acclaimed one-woman show, Ms. Andrea Markovici.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this telethon, then you are so much better off than the many thousands of faceless men, women, and children who are either starving, homeless, disoriented, abused, or wandering the streets. Chabad can't possibly help all of them, but they do help as many as they can. Chabad, as in the past, is busy working for a better tomorrow, a tomorrow which will see more people in need being helped than ever before. Chabad is people helping people. And with your help, they will make a difference today. With your help and the help of God, tonight, right now, together, we will build a better tomorrow. Please, go to your phones now and call 662-2218. Thank you. God bless you and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. It's so nice of you to come down and help us. We really appreciate it. Now, my friends, not only is our next personality one of the stars of the #1 show in America, Roseanne, and I hope she heard me when I announced her boss has sent us $1,000. And anyway, but she's a very close friend of myself and my family. I'm equally proud of her latest accomplishment, which is she's doing feature movies. She's doing all kinds of great work. But the thing that's giving her grandfather, Harry Crane, and myself the biggest knockers is that she was just accepted into Yale University. Miss Sarah Gilbert.
My sister Melissa started the tradition of our family's ties to Chabad, and I've been here the past few years to help this giving organization reach out and help those in need. Sitting in the comfort of your homes, I know it must be difficult to relate to all the sadness and grief out there. Chabad is the eyes and ears of our conscience. They see the erosion of the spirit, they hear the cries of the heart, and they do everything in their power to feed the hungry, house the homeless, and rehabilitate the drug user. There are young men and women my age and younger who are literally begging for something to eat, someone to care, anyone to listen to their call for help. Chabad cares. They listen and they help. You and I can do no less. Together, we must send whatever we can to Chabad so the men, the women, and those poor children can have a better tomorrow. If you care for the plight of your fellow man as much as I do, please call, send in a pledge. Those people out there need our help. How can we turn away? Please go to your phones now and call 662-2218. Thank you. God bless you and a Happy New Year.
Sarah.
Hi.
You know, watching you grow up, you and your sister, since you're little children, and to see you become major, major stars. And then I was in Atlantic City last week, and there was a big story about you in the Sunday papers. And of course, Tony and I got such a thrill out of reading it, but when it said that you're running to Yale University. Now, you have this great future in show business. You're a star on Roseanne, and I've watched some of your TV movies that you've done, and I understand you did or going to do a big feature and all that. And I think the youngsters in America, or certainly those watching us, will find it interesting how a young girl like you who's really got it made is going to continue her education and hold her show business career on hold.
Well, I think it's definitely very important to get an education, and that's a big priority in my life. So I'm very happy to have the opportunity.
I'm so proud of you, Sarah. God bless you, sweetheart. Say hello home for me, okay?
Okay.
All right. What do we got now? Oh, he hasn't been on for a while. It's about an hour. And we're ready for Moshe Yes.
I put another nickel in, drop it in that box of tin. Charity at home begins with the pushka, pushka, pushka. 10 old pennies make a dime. Before you pray is the best time. You can watch your money climb in the pushka, pushka, pushka. Money, God gives us money. And here is something you should not forget. The more you give, the more you get. Someone not as rich as you needs a helping hand or two. You can be a better Jew with the pushka, pushka, pushka. Give a little, give a little, give a little bit. Give a little, give a dime. Give a little, give a nickel, give a quarter. Watch that money incline. And when it drops and you hear it plop, you, my friend, are doing. You, my friend, are doing. You, my friend, are doing fine. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I was told that if I made one more appearance on this telethon, I'd have to change my name from Carey to Cohen. MacDonald Cohen. Long last a kosher McDonald's. And now that I've become a kosher McDonald, I've been introduced to the pushka. I always thought a pushka was a stuffed derma, but I learned something new tonight. A pushka is a mini tote board. Each time you put some change into it, it rings up another good deed in heaven, and when the pushka is filled, your job isn't finished, you just start on another pushka. This giant pushka you see on stage tonight is just like any other pushka box. It has to be filled because all that money goes to helping, among others, the poor and the homeless. Go to your phones now, because when the pushka on stage gets a few more dollars, bells will ring, drums will roll, and they'll be dancing and singing, and some unfortunate souls will be taken off the streets and won't have to beg anymore. Go to your phones now and call 662-2218. Make your pledge, and when you do, tell them that MacDonald Cohen asked you to call. Thank you.
Today, she was sitting on the street, sorrow in her eyes, a tin can at her feet, holes in her stockings, holes in her shoes. She's an old beggar woman, no stranger to bad news. I reached in my pocket to give a bill or two, and in my heart I was trying to think what I could do. She thanked me for the money and I turned to walk away, but I waited for a moment as she began to say, God loves the widow and the orphan and the blind, the old and the needy who haven't got a dime. God loves the sickly, in his eyes we're all the same. And God will love you too, you just call upon his name. I don't know where she came from, I don't know her at all. The wrinkles on her face, they kinda tell it all. So reach in your pocket and give a bill or two, and you can thank God in heaven that the beggar isn't you. God loves the widow and the orphan and the blind, the old and the needy who haven't got a dime. God loves the sickly, in his eyes we're all the same. And God will love you too, you just call upon his name.
Rabbi, Moshe Glass, thank you, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
It's my pleasure to now, my dear friends, we talk about beggar ladies and all the necessity and all the needs that have to happen. Please, for God's sakes, come to your phones, go to your phones and call us, please. Call, call, call. Keep those phones ringing. We're doing a wonderful job tonight, but it's nowhere near enough because of all those people that are coming to us for help. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure now to introduce to you a very, very dear friend who has been with us in all the difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Marshall Grossman.
How are you?
to see you. Marlene, I think, is here. She comes. My bride of 30 years. Marlene and I have just come from a wonderful wedding. A wonderful young lawyer in our firm by the name of Barbara Harris and her husband Ben Wallesheim. In honor of their wedding tonight, Marlene and I are pleased to contribute $5,000. And we would like to extend an invitation to everybody who has something special to celebrate or pray for. A wedding, a birth, a bar mitzvah, the recovery of someone from an illness. Make a contribution tonight in their honor, in their memory, because there's nothing better to do than to help other people in the honor of somebody who you really care about. Marlene?
Like Barbara and Ben, it was a wonderful mitzvah, and we were honored to be there. And as we were coming here, we said, what greater joy could there be than to remember them at the telethon tonight? So we urge you to do that. Thank you. And we wish you everything well.
And we at Chabad want to thank Marshal Marlene Grossman for all your long, healthy, happy years of support. And 25 years begets another 25 years.
Right. Thank you.
Happy and a blessed New Year. God bless you.
Thank you.
Now I turn you over to our fearless.
Not yet. You know something?
You're not fearless?
No.
I thought you were fearless.
I'm a
of course.
cutlass. I want to just, there's a few...
You know, I want to tell you, Hanan Stanley called me tonight.
Who?
Hanan Stanley, a dear friend, a supporter of Chabad, called me tonight and said he wants Rabbi Kunin to call him. So you know something? I lost his telephone number.
All right, this is like a phone call now.
Consider this a phone call.
Consider this a phone call. How are you?
Sei gesund,
Sei gesund,
komm
was
gesund,
machst
bleib
du?
gesund,
Bleib gesund.
and everything else along those lines.
Good, we had a nice conversation. It was nice talking to you.
But
Call again sometime.
What do you mean sometime? Call again tonight so we can announce this
Especially
wonderful
if you got
gift.
a few dollars, yeah.
That's for sure.
All
What
right,
do you mean a
Marty.
few?
Marty Benden called with $1,000.
We have here Mr. First, Mr. and Mrs. First, a AAA flag and banner. You noticed all those flags and banners all over the city.
Yeah.
What do you think we pay for them?
No.
We haven't got the money to pay for them.
Seen all the advertisements and those flags
All
and
the
banners?
advertisements, the flags and
Oh,
banners.
we should give them a big
Mr.
hand.
and
I
Mrs. Howard First.
Oh, that's great.
Come here, Howard. Hey. Please.
Well, for myself, my wife Suzanne, and all the employees at AAA Flag and Banner, all I can say is I've been a friend of the rabbis for about 7 years now.
Many troubles for you.
Yeah.
Keep calling, there's not enough banners. He says, what do you mean there's not enough? Just open your eyes and you'll see how many banners there are.
The man
that
that-
I did. I just slept all the way driving down the street.
He never,
I looked up.
he never stops asking, and we never stop giving because we believe in what he does and we really love him. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Please, everyone, get on the phones. These are wonderful people. They're doing wonderful things for people who need help. You help us help them. Thank you.
God bless you.
So thrilled. Those are such beautiful banners all over Los Angeles. They're just gorgeous. And didn't anyone tell you, say host Jan Murray on those banners?
Well, the dancing figure now in the banners is you. All we have to do is get your black hat, a capote, and you're in business. Except for a union card.
Andrew Gardner sent us an additional $1,800. Molly Ratner, oh, she's a blind lady. God bless her, sent us $100.
God bless her.
And Mimi Gimple, in gratitude for the marriage of her son, $3,600.
That's
Mimi.
wonderful. You know, they're
Thank you,
wonderful
Mimi.
people. They're wonderful people. The Gimple family, they davened with me in Westwood, and now they moved to Hancock Park. They're very, very special people.
Very
really,
good.
very, very special people.
In honor of our grandchildren, including the brand new one, $72 from Henry Salman. Mr. and Mrs. Bernard Marker donated the Ford Thunderbird to you folks, right?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Ford Thunderbird. And Maury Friedman pledges $180 in honor of Mr. Alan Ziegler, and another $100 in honor of his parents, Abraham and Sally Friedman. Oh, I think I read
46th
this. She gave
anniversary.
me- Yeah, 46th anniversary. I think, how about
I
it, though?
correct, by the way, before we announced Harry Rubenstein, 18,000, then we announced 10,000.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 28, but it sure ain't less than 18.
All right, we know a minimum 18.
God bless you.
Rabbi, what do you say?
Ladies and
You know, we
gentlemen,
got 3.5. Let's see if we went
we're
over
going to a
4 million.
tote, a tote.
Let's see if it's over $4 billion. Nah. Yeah, let's see. $4 million.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You see this group of young men, everybody else please exit besides the college students and John Voight.
Get ready for the next dance.
Everybody else please exit besides the college students, John Voight and Eddie Almos.
How about
Come
me?
here, Eddie Almos.
Could I hang around another
No,
hour?
you have to
Do
stay
I
here.
go
Where's
through it?
John Voight? We have
John
here,
Voight.
we have here Rabbi Menachem Mendel Kunin, who is the head of the Chabad student programs, campus programs, and he's here with his young chevra. That's college campuses, that's what it is. We have here a fine young man who wants to say a couple of words about the Chabad college campus program.
If you're a student in Los Angeles, there's something going on that, believe me, you can't afford to miss. The Chabad Student Organization in Westwood, California. Doesn't matter if you're Reformed, doesn't matter if you're conservative, Orthodox, not affiliated, Democrat, Republican. You are welcome. Listen to me. You are welcome. Come.
Oh. I'm now listening to Rabbi Kunin in 10 years. Look at this guy. Oh, this is some boy chick.
He's a lawyer. He's starting to be
He's
a lawyer.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm a law student at UCLA, but we have graduate and undergraduate students who represent all of the major universities in the area. If you think that Judaism is about 2 high holidays, I'm here to tell you, you are wrong. At Chabad House, we stress the community and spiritual bonds that we all share. For example, as 60 of my good friends can attest to, we spent a weekend in Sequoia. We hiked, we went horseback riding, we went canoeing, we talked about our spiritual roots. Every Friday night, we have dinner with our director, Rabbi Mendy Kunin, and his wife.
Oh, that's just...
And his wife, Rivka Shendel. Now you... Now you know who we are, what we represent, and where we are. Give it a shot.
God bless you. Come on, a big hand. Okay, boys. Okay, don't get carried away now.
You don't know what a thrill was when that young man said a Jewish boy was hiking. You know how thrilled I was to hear that.
I can understand that because of the Bronx, we didn't know what hiking meant.
In the Bronx, we didn't hike.
That's for sure. We barely made it up Jerome Avenue to the Grand Concourse. That was a hike. No, I see we have here again.
Oh, the Pimento boys. Hey, from Israel, right?
That's right. Let's have a big hand for the Pimento.
Ah,
Come on.
They're great.
Amen. Ora! Simato umatato. Simato umatato. Elanu. Lechol Israel. Simato umatato. Simato umatato. Elanu. Lechol Israel. Oy, 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 oy. Oy, 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 oy. Oy, 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 oy. Oy, oy, oy. סימן טוב ומזל טוב יהיה לנו ולכל ישראל. יוי יוי אוי יוי 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 יוי
הברכה. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4.
אברכה את השם אלוהים תמיד תהילתו בפי בפי אברכה את השם בכל עת תמיד תהילתו בפי בפי סוף דבר הכל נשמע את האלוקים ירא ואת מצוותיו שמור את האלוקים ירא ואת מצוותיו שמור כי זה כל אדם אברכה את השם בכל עת תמיד תהילתו בפי בפי אברכה את השם בכל עת תמיד תהילתו בפי בפי סוף דבר הכל נשמע
Kevin Dobson, and thank you and fans watching Knots Landing. I always figured that someday we will be together. Someday love for all will inhabit the earth. Someday war will end. Someday there'll be a cure for all diseases. But that's someday, and may that day come soon. Tonight, we're here to ask you for your support right here and now. Someday might be too late for someone out there in need of food to eat or a place to sleep. Someday might be too late for a drug abuser desperately looking for someone to save his or her life. Chabad someday is here and now. They don't have the luxury of time because there are men and women and children who desperately need your help. Please, in the name of goodness, on this, the holiest time of the Jewish year, I ask all of you, and those of you like myself who are not of the Jewish belief, but who do believe in parity, in justice, in goodness for all, please go to your phones now and call 662-2218. Please help Chabad save lives of innocent people. Call now and pledge 662-2218. Thank you. God bless you. And to my Jewish friends, a happy and healthy New Year.
Thank you, Kevin. That's Mr. Kevin Dobson, ladies and gentlemen, one of our fine, brilliant, wonderful, busy actors, starting his 14th year on Knots Landing every Thursday night. And Kevin, I hope it stays on forever because I wouldn't know what to do with myself on Thursday night if you guys weren't on.
Thank you.
God bless. Thanks for being here, Kevin. Thank you. You know, my friends, two of the best evenings I can remember having ever spent in the theater was some years ago when I saw How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying. I guess that was about 25 years ago. And more recently, I saw the play True about the life and times of Truman Capote. Now, here's the star of both those shows, and incidentally, he was a two-time Tony Award winner for both those shows. Good friend, Mr. Robert Morse.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. I'm sort of introducing a short film. Pertains to drugs that kill. They don't have much of a sense of humor, and they are not injected or consumed for laughs. They might make you feel giddy at first, but after the first few giggles, a terrible pall overcomes your senses and you don't feel funny anymore. You don't feel like laughing. In fact, you don't feel like doing anything except maybe wishing you were dead to escape the pain and the anguish and the terrible, awful thumping inside of your head where your brain used to reside. Now you just might as well put up a no vacancy sign there because your days of thinking and calculating and deciphering and choosing are gone forever. Lost in a maze of fog and bewilderment. The film.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very dear friend of Chabad, a man who has been with me for the 27 years I've been here, first as a student, then as my councilman and my very, very dear friend. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Councilman Zev Yaroslavsky.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, and I want to take this opportunity to wish you, your family, and everyone in the viewing audience a very healthy and happy New Year. And I also want to tell you from my personal experience as a city councilman and as a resident of the Los Angeles community what wonderful work Chabad does. It does work for people who otherwise would not have access to critical help, assistance, care that they need. And tonight I ask you to open up your hearts, open up your pocketbooks, call tonight, make a pledge to Chabad so that they can continue the work on drug rehabilitation, so that they can continue the work on education, so they can continue the work that they're doing all over Los Angeles and all over the world to try to make this a better place for all of us. Please, tonight, call and make a pledge. Rabbi, Happy New Year, and my best to you and your family.
Happy New Year to you, and God bless you and Barbara and your wonderful children with health and happiness and the best of everything, success in all your endeavors there. God bless you. Leshana Tova to you.
Rabbi, I got you. You have some business, or I have a few things to do?
A little bit of business.
All right, do a little business.
We have here Jacob Bigzer. You know who Jack is?
Jack, Hawaii. Good to
He's
see
the one
you.
that keeps us fed the whole telethon.
That's
you
right.
know, it's not easy.
Great, they're great. Can I tell you a cute story from him? It's God's true story. My little grandchild, who's 7 years old, was here tonight. And I said to my son, when I walked over, I said, oh, Jacob. I said, Jacob, so good to see you. My son said, I said, they got some good food, you know, in the back. And my son, Howard, said to me, you know, Dad, that was the turning point. He was 50-50 whether he was going to come. And I said, don't you remember that terrific buffet last year? He says, I'm gone. 7-year-old kid.
The gastronomical Judaism, yes. In honor of the bar mitzvah of Leon Rabibo, the son of Henry Rabibo, from Jacob Bigzer, $180. That's very, very nice. Give him a big hand, please. Only
Thank
good
you,
news.
thank you.
Thank you again very, very much.
Thank you. Rabbi, let me quickly just announce a few of these. Gabrielle, my good friend Jackie Kahane just handed me this. Gabrielle, Angelica, Elizabeth, Parker, Brody donated $100 as they did last year. My good friend Dale Grabeau called. And in honor of my wife, Tony, and myself, he's sending us $100 because we taught him how to celebrate the Jewish holidays, which we did. And then after, yeah, I had him at the first Seder he's ever been to, and then I schlepped him to Israel. Elana Kemp, Lois Kemp's daughter, $18. Charles Cernaher, $18. And Alan Selman, $25 to save his uncle in Russia. And here are these wonderful guys. They're ready. Wait.
We have pledges. I'll tell you how we're going to do this. You're going to do one and I'm going to do one.
All right.
Okay, we start off by Dolores and Joe Simon, $1,000.
Mr. and Mrs. Zell Holzman, $2,000.
Mr. and Mrs. Robert Rosenthal, $2,000.
Mr. Mark Norton, $1,800.
Mrs. Evelyn Brody, $1,800.
Mr. Alan Miller, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Carl Cohen, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Gary Ofstein, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. David M. Cohen, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Polliner, $1,800.
And always remember, Alan Miller is not a lone Miller. Alone Miller is here with us tonight. He's going to call me tomorrow, and I'm sure it's going to be a very big gift. Dr. and Mrs. Leslie Cohen, they were with me in Russia, $1,800.
Mrs. Manny Preisler, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Paul Cohen, $1,800.
Harry Homos Mansour Porel in Los Angeles, members of the High Circle, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Stanley Cohen, $1,800.
Mr. Mitchell Quaranta, $1,800.
Mrs. Donald, well, God bless her, because she says not to announce us. I won't announce it, but you know, you visited my school out there, and I'm really so happy that you came, and I hope that we can have a scholarship in the memory of Donald. You're listening to me now. No names, it's all ours. Now we have Mr. and Mrs. Hyman Funk, $1,800.
Mr. Andrew Martin, $1,800.
Dr. Jerry Gershon, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Brad Markoff, $1,800.
Well, we have here Mr. and Mrs. Herman and Lillian Schwartz that do all the baking at the yeshiva. They're here with us tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Betty Mickelson, $1,800.
Now we have Mickey Gestetner. You're watching all over Canada from Toronto. He's been a lot of help to me in Russia. Thank you, Mickey. God bless you.
Mr. Joseph Mitchell, $1,000.
Hanan Stanley, $3,600. He called us back. In honor of his parents, Joe and Helen Stanicky, sister Bella and wife, Shulamit. And I hope I got it right. Thank you so much for the $3,600.
Mrs. Julius Polsky, $1,000.
Jennifer and artist Cohen, $2,500. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Sidney Pressburg, $1,000.
Dr. Jerry Gerson, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Stanley Richards, $1,000.
Mr. and Mrs. Alan Golden, $1,800.
You know, so I don't want you to think that all of these, it sounds like that we won't take any pledges unless it's $1,800 or $1,000.
As long as they give from the heart, we take it.
Right. Boris Tauber, $50.
That's if the check doesn't bounce.
Right.
Barry and Harold Gross, $1,250.
Abraham Ickovitz, $500.
Mr. and Mrs. Samuel Heller, $1,000.
Molly Ratner, $100.
Miss Sabina Hitter, $1,000.
Mr. Ted Walker, $500.
Mr. Morris Jacobson, $1,000.
Rabbi, take my word for this. As a performer, as a showman, we better have some entertainment. We just can't can't stand here reading names.
Dennis Can, $1,000. And who's the entertainment? Ellen Jan.
The best. They're the greatest. Guaranteed to get your heart thumping and your feet stumping. Ladies and gentlemen,
and
the
your
Sultan,
hands
writing the Sultan of Sephardic music, Pini Cohn.
Hey, Pini!
Hashem Elokeinu bechol maaseh yadeinu ברכנו השם אלוקינו וברך וברך את שנתנו ותן תן תן ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה ביי 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 תן 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 ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה ותן תן תן ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה ביי 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 תן 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 ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה אז ברכנו השם אלוקינו בכל מעשה ידינו אז ברכנו השם אלוקינו וברך וברך את שנתנו here we go now ותן תן תן ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה ביי 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 תן 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 ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה sing along now היי ברכנו השם אלוקינו בכל מעשה ידינו היי ברכנו השם אלוקינו וברך וברך את שנתנו ותן תן תן ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה ותן תן תן ותן טלו מטר על פני האדמה As you know, I'm the only Sephardic over here and I just came from a wedding and I came to sing for Chabad and I brought the step over here Lilo and Moti and I brought something for you not only that I came from the wedding and what is this? I brought $1,018 from well, whatever I read here. This is from Regina, Limor, and Galit, and Oren, Isaac, in memory of their father David Isaac and their grandfather Menashe. May their soul rest in peace. Here's $1,800. So, I want a Yemenite song. It's possible Yemenite song. Deroni kerane beni mevad behin tzorchem kemo babad. Deroni kerane beni mevad behin tzorchem kemo babad. Enayim shivchem ve'eno yoshabat. Shevu menocho beyom Shabbat. Shevu menocho beyom Shabbat. Come on, put your hands together, everybody. Oh my goodness, come over here. Elohim eten bamidbar har hadashita berosh tidhar. Elohim eten bamidbar har hadashita berosh tidhar. There you go. Be'elam mazir me'ela nizahar Shalom imten kemenar Shalom imten kemenar Ederon yikera leveni bebat Behin tzorchem kemo babat Kemo babat Kemo תודה רבה. Beautiful. Beautiful.
We'll have him. We'll have him. We'll have him.
Let's go on a song. Bring it
Come on now. I see so it, come on, ring, the telephone ring. טוב הכל אוהבי הכל אוהבי שישו את ירושלים גילו בה כל אוהבי ואחתרה ואחתך דודי יעקב כי יפוצו בשריך ואחתרה ואחתך דודי יעקב כי יפוצו בשריך היי שישו את ירושלים גילו בה כל אוהביה כל אוהביה שישו את ירושלים גילו בה כל אוהביה תודה רבה, שנה טובה, שנה טובה.
Thank you, Beanie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put it on.
Beanie!
What was that, huh? You want the mic and you want the camera?
Well, the mic, the camera, what else can I ask for?
What?
We can ask for many millions of dollars for the tote board. Congressman Anthony Bielenson has just called in with a $5,000 pledge.
Oh, how about that? We thank Congressman. Thank you very much.
Let's have a big round of applause.
Yes. Rabbi, it's my pleasure now to introduce a fine actor to our audience.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll tell you,
all the actors we hear
he's
about
one.
fine
Yes,
actors.
another. I should have said another fine actor.
Oh, I see.
And I'd like to do this alone.
Okay.
I don't know, 50 years in the business, I picked up a partner tonight. How do you like that? Murray and Cunin. If I know him, it'll be Cunin and Murray. Rabbi, he's one of the few actors I never met, and he doesn't know it. I'm a big, tremendous fan. For years, I used to sit home and watch him when he was one of the stars on a great, great TV series, Taxi. Now, I know you don't watch television.
Don't they know about taxis? If it's late out of Shabbos, you grab a taxi and don't bother taking the train.
You better have better material than this if you want to go on the road with me.
See.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Conway.
How many times have you passed a homeless person begging for food and wanted to help, but for one reason or another you couldn't? You were late for an appointment, the light changed, you didn't have any money. Well, you're in luck. Now you have the opportunity to help those poor people from the comfort of your own home. You're not running anywhere, there are no traffic lights, and you don't have to reach into your pocket. All you have to do is pick up your phone and call 662-2218 and pledge whatever you can afford, $50, $40, $30. Chabad will put your contribution to good use and help someone in need. The money you send in will be used to feed and house men, women, and children who are literally starving. Please help Chabad, help those in need to a better quality of life. Pick up your phone and call 662-2218. Help Chabad tonight build a better tomorrow. Thank you, God bless you, and happy and healthy New Year.
Thank you, Jeff Conway. Forgive me, I was all excited with the rabbi yelled Conway. You know, I took the easy way out. Jeff Conway, and you're wonderful. I didn't know if you heard the introduction. I am a big fan, and I thank and appreciate the fact you came down with us tonight.
Jeff.
Thank you. Wait a minute, how about just a few, Robert Munich, $50. Well, let's do a few of these. Robert Munich, wait a minute. Barney Feldman, $100. Look at the way, I need 3 hands for this. Marcus Lowy, $500. And I'd like you to meet our next actor, friend who's here to help us. And yes, if you'll move us, we'll be able to do this. You're not going to do it, right? Is that Pat Corley? Fine actor. You see him, and here he is to say a few words. Pat?
Hello, I'm Pat Corley. A few weeks ago, I was at the bat mitzvah of my friend's daughter, and this guy at my table said, "L'chaim to life." So I took a drink, and I said, "L'chaim to life." And they said it again, so I took another drink. And again, the guy says, "L'chaim to life." I said, "Hold it. I appreciate the happy sentiments, but if this keeps up, I'll wind up with my face in my soup." No, you don't understand, they said. We produced the L'chaim to Life telethon, and we'd like you to appear on it. Ah, I said, you mean the one starring Jan Murray and those dancing rabbis? The one that raises money for the poor, the homeless, the drug abusers, the organization that is in the business of saving lives? The guy says, that's the one. I said, I never heard of it. That's when I got hit over the head with a knish. Before I get hit over the head with the rest of the meal, please go to your phones now and call 662-2218. Help Chabad save a life. Speaking for myself and all of my friends on Murphy Brown, may the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall gently on your lands. May the wind be always at your back. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. L'chaim, to life.
Hey, Pat, thank you. Thank you, Pat Carley. That wonderful, great hit show, Murphy Brown. Pat, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen,
Rabbi, what?
You know, it's getting late.
Yep.
Now it's 22 minutes after 10.
Right.
Which means the people that are in New York, that were sitting up all night and watching, still didn't call. Now's the time for them to call.
It's 1 in the morning.
Right,
almost.
that's good. They sit up. Well, one guy said to me, I send you $5,000. Don't keep me up all night. He said, I can't shut off the television
That's
till
great.
3 in the
Oh,
morning.
good, good.
The bottom line is we have to ask all of you out there, listen to me. We have given you tonight the phenomenal evening of entertainment. And I haven't even knocked at your door without an appointment. And you want to know something? I haven't heard your names coming through. And you know who I mean, because you're all watching it at home. Why don't you do a mitzvah? Come on. You know that God has given you plenty for your children and for your grandchildren. Why shouldn't you help me tonight? You know, in the past, we've helped each other a good day, a bad day. Why shouldn't you go now, pick up the phone, and give us a little nachas? It ain't going to hurt you. And you know something? When you go to sleep tonight, you'll sleep a little bit better because you know the work that we do. So for God's sakes, all of you, please pick up now and go to your phones and call us. George, we haven't heard from you. Nate, we haven't heard from you. Bram, we haven't heard from you. So many wonderful people. We're not even saying second names. There must be a million Brams in Beverly Hills.
Oh, sure.
Of course. Whatever the case is. Why don't you guys go to the phone and give me a hand? Why not? God will help you. You will see. It'll be a healthy year, a happy year, a successful year in business. Come on, give me a break. You know, every $25,000 and $50,000 bill that comes through is money. It's his geld. You know what they say? But at the same time, we want to thank the little people, because they're not little, they're giants.
Little people.
They're not little people, they're giants. The older, the elderly that send me the $5 bills in the mail.
And the young ones at $10, and everybody in the middle age that send $25 and $50.
We really appreciate it.
It's great that it's such a mass effort.
That's really
It's
what it is.
wonderful because I have 1,000 cards that I could read. People sending us 15, 25, 50, 100.
Now that you
It's
mention cards,
wonderful.
can we-
It's wonderful. You want to read a
we better
couple?
read a bunch more.
Oi, continue. All right, let's go.
Here we go.
Here, you take one. I'll take one.
Mr. and Mrs. Saul Corral in Beverly Hills, $2,000.
Ms. Leslie Mitchner, 1,000.
And they're with us tonight in the audience, Sally and David Cahan, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Herb Myers, Simon, $1,000.
$1,000 from Mr. and Mrs. Dennis Cahan.
Mr. Herbert M. Bear, $1,000.
Mr. Larry Hansel, $1,800.
Michael Cooper, $1,000.
Mr. and Mrs. Fred Handelis, $1,800.
Bernice Bradder, $1,000.
Mrs. Hilda Hess and Dr. Leslie Hess, $1,800 in memory of Max Hess.
Mr. and Mrs. Georges Abital, $1,000.
Mr. and Mrs. Stuart Eisen, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Gerald Goldman, $1,000.
Mr. and Mrs. David Cahan, $1,800.
You know
This is all
something?
members of the Chai Circle. We have hundreds of families.
But the person who's giving us these cards, don't put all the thousands together and all the 1800s together.
You're right.
We read
Next
them off.
Telethon will do it differently.
You better have a meeting with me because all we read is 1,000, 1,800. They think that's what they have to send. What have you got?
We have someone that we want to talk to.
Oh, good.
Someone that we want to talk to here. Please, come forward. That's it. This is Brian. Brian, how are you, Brian?
Doing fantastic, Rabbi.
Well, Brian is one of our residents in our homeless program. He has graduated from it, and he is really out on his own. Has been of a great assistance. He's put back into the community. Brian, tell him a couple of words.
Well, without you folks at Chabad, I would not really even have a life. I try to take responsibility for my own actions and my own things and doing things for myself. But without you guys at Chabad, I never could have done anything. I spent 9 months in the drug program and had left and had nowhere to go, went into the homeless program and stayed there for 4 weeks. and got enough time to save some money, get a job, and that's been about 3-4 months ago. And right now, I have my own apartment, I have a car, I have bank accounts.
And you know something? You've helped us, and God bless you. And the people out there, you have to know, without your help, Chabad couldn't do this. We couldn't help the homeless. We couldn't help those that are less fortunate than you tonight at home. Get up off the couch or off the chair. Go to the phone and call us. Call us, for God's sakes. And God will give you a healthy and a happy new year. Ashana Toiva, a good Giben Shior. But you know something? Come on. It was getting close to that time of night again, and we really need your help to take us over the top. Go. Call, call, and call. God bless you. Now we're going to go to Tote. I'd like to ask for this Tote. The Cuban boys, Rabbi Hechter, Rabbi Begun, the son-in-laws of Rabbi Tzachani and Rabbi Nesty, our daughters, please to come and dance.
Come on up, the whole family here. Let's see where we are. What? 4,463,000. Hey, fellas, look at this.
Arn and Rabbi Hecht.
These have been read.
Rabbi Hecht and Rabbi Begun. Okay, wait, stay here. Stay here. I'd like to call upon Rabbi Hechter, Rabbi Begun. Come forward, please, to join us.
These are Rabbi's children, you know.
This is Rabbi Menachem Mendel, our oldest son. Rabbi Zushi's second to the oldest son. Rabbi Levi is currently in Moscow. That's why he's not here tonight. He's holding the shul, the fort of the shul in Moscow. Then we have Rabbi Yossi, who just came from Moscow. Rabbi Chaim Nochem, who just came from Moscow. Rabbi Tzemach Yehoshua, that just came from Moscow. So we have one left meanwhile, but they're going back. Yossi's going for Rosh Hashanah and 2 days back to Moscow, and we're going forward from there. I want to call upon Rebbetzin Miriam Kunin, our wonderful, dear mother.
This lady is the wife of Rabbi Kunin and the mother of these fine boys. Rebbetzin?
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us in this wonderful and vital and worthy endeavor. With God's blessings and your contributions, we will make a difference. I wish to thank all of my friends, all of you wonderful women who have helped me provide scholarships for the Chabad Girls' School so that every immigrant child should have the opportunity to receive a quality Jewish education. The $1,800 to the highest society makes this possible, and all of you who have already joined me, I thank you. This is a special women's project, and all of you ladies in the audience who God has blessed with the ability to afford $1,800, please send it in now and provide a future for a small immigrant child. I thank all of you who have already sent in contributions tonight, and for those who haven't, please come to your phones and send in whatever you can. Every little bit helps. God bless you with a happy and healthy and sweet New Year. Thank you.
Yay.
I want to thank Rebbetzin Kunin for all her hard work and effort for my school, Beis Mushka. I know that all my Russian friends and my new American friends will join me in saying, thank you, tada and spasiba. Happy New Year to all of you and to all my friends.
The Cunin family, ladies and gentlemen. The Cunin family. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now, Rabbi, we have, in honor of you talking about the boys coming from Moscow, and you have one or two sons that are going back to Moscow, and you're going back.
What, are you going to play Midnight in Moscow?
Well, no, but you know who's here? Yossi Pimento's going to sing the song Moscow, Moscow.
Oh, okay.
Yossi, go.
I would just, can I say a word?
Yes. Sure, you can say a word.
I want to say to everybody how beautiful Rabbi Kunin, who did so much for over 20 years in LA, he's bringing this spirit to Moscow. And this is unbelievable. How can you compare Moscow to Los Angeles? But the only one who can do that is Rabbi Kunin.
You mean the rabbi's got him tumbling in Moscow like this?
I'd like to dedicate this tune to Rabbi Kunin and the jury of Russia.
Yeah. And Jan Murray. My name is Jan Murray.
Janowski.
next piece, Hop Kazakh. No. The next piece, Hop Kazakh, is dedicated for the coming of Mashiach soon, that we got an announcement that Mashiach is coming from the Lubavitcher Rebbe, that anything he said till now was true. So any day Mashiach is coming.
The tranquility of Moscow River belies the turmoil and turbulence of just over a year ago, when the Kremlin was held under siege, marking the downfall of communism and the obliteration of the sinister Red Stars. Stalin ground to mulch a millennium of vibrant Russian Jewish civilizations. Jews grew up defining their Jewishness on Stalin's terms alone. Now, after nearly a half a century, grand synagogues such as this are being returned to the Jewish community to be rededicated by Chabad. In the streets, in contrast to the houses of prayer, are inoperative tanks, a reminder of what was and must never be again. Thank God, law and order and freedom of religion have at last returned. Together, old and young work to restore the synagogues to their original sanctity, with the guiding light removing the ominous shadows. Old men who withstood the horror of war gather with the youngsters of today's generation, and they listen to the glorious history of our people and learn the moral and ethical code of conduct given to the world by Moses, but its message scorned by communist leaders. This Torah, hidden in Leningrad for 50 years, is raised to renewed heights, renewed consciousness, a renewed spirit and fervor of Judaism. The old veterans who stood up against the Nazi war machine in Leningrad return to the synagogue of their youth and try to recapture the days they thought were gone forever. Sacred books with prayers and scholarly interpretations hidden from the communist regime under penalty of imprisonment in the Gulag are openly displayed again. The synagogue's libraries are being restocked and are being categorized by two of Rabbi Cunan's sons, helping their revered father in this monumental task. Still outstanding is the release of the Lubavitcher Rebbe's 12,000 books, being held by the Russian authorities. These youngsters perched on the steps of the main library chanting, "Release the Rebbe's books." Humanitarian aid is distributed from the Chabad Lubavitch headquarters in Moscow. They are given challahs baked in the first kosher bakery established in Moscow in 50 years. The elderly wait and thank God that they have lived to see a rekindling of Yiddishkeit. In an effort to organize this once proud Jewish community, computers are being used to gather a census of those still living in Russia. Meanwhile, the tradition continues. Children join in the blessing of new light and new hope. This young girl has yet to learn Hebrew, so she chants the prayer over the lights in her native Russian. The light of Yiddishkeit burns brighter in Russia than ever before.
Hi, you know something? As listening to the voiceover on this film, this tape we just watched, and with all the tumult that's going on here, it's difficult for me to hear, but I recognize that voice in a minute. And I asked Rabbi Cutler, I said, "Is that my buddy Charles Aidman that did that voiceover?" And he said, "Yeah." So, Chuck, we want to thank you. And I want you to know that in the midst of all this tumult, I recognize your voice. And when you talk about tumult, I almost wish we could put cameras on what's going on behind the scenes, behind the cameras that are making the pictures that you see, because Jews are flying all over here. Everybody has a message, everybody has something they want done, and everybody's saying, you never saw a tumult like this in your life. And one of the guys we're depending on to keep a little order and to keep me in line, to tell me what's on next all the time, is our stage manager. And his name is Ron Paul, and our producer, Jeff Cutler, just said to me, "Ron, I tried to slip her a donation, so I'm going to call Ron up here. You give me the donation." Ron Paul, let's give him a nice hand. He's been working his head off here today.
I'm still alive. Well, in honor of my parents from New York, they sent a check for $180.
Oh, hi. The parents of New York. Chuck, Ronnie, I want you to see your son. He's still alive, barely. And he's got to make it, what, another hour, an hour and 10 minutes. Stand over there, get ready to tell me where to go next. And I know what you're thinking. It's my pleasure now to introduce a wonderful, wonderful actress, a marvelous musical comedy star. She is so multi-talented and so nice and so sweet, and we're so happy to have her here with us tonight, Miss Janet Blair, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you, Jan. I think we should have a party like this every Sunday night. It's a wonderful celebration. Really, I'm just thrilled to be here. Had a lot of fun, but we're here with serious business, folks. Now, of all the tough things in life, the best is Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov is said in every Jewish happy celebration. A birth, a bris, Mazel Tov. A bar mitzvah, Mazel Tov. A wedding, Mazel Tov. And Mazel Tov, really a big one to the telethon like this wonderful, compassionate organization which raises money to help the homeless, the destitute, the disoriented, the drug abuser. Well, Mazel Tov. May I please extend my congratulations to all of you who think enough about the ills of our country to actively do something about it. So please call 662-2218 and continue to send in your contributions, no matter how small. You know, your contributions have helped Chabad through another year of helping thousands and thousands in need. And for that, well, let's everybody give everybody a good Mazel Tov. God bless you all, and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. Appreciate you coming down for us. Moshe, yes, right here has done, what, about 3-4 songs already for us tonight? Tonight he's doing one that I asked him to do because he did it last year. It was just wonderful. I said, hey, you got to do it again, Moshe, on this telethon, on this night, because when it's called My Zeta, and it made me think of Taka My Zeta, and you'll all think of yours. Moshe, go.
Thank you.
Moshe, yes.
My Zadie lived with us in my parents' home. He used to laugh. He put me on his knee. And he spoke about his life in Poland. He spoke, but with a bitter memory. He spoke about the soldiers who would beat him. And they laughed at him. They tore his long black coat. And he spoke about a synagogue that they burnt down, and the crying that was heard beneath the smoke. But Zadie made us laugh. Zadie made us sing, and Zadie made a kiddish Friday night. And Zadie, oh my Zadie, how I love him so. And Zadie used to teach me wrong from right. His eyes lit up when he would teach me Torah. And he taught me every line so carefully. He spoke about our slavery in Egypt and how God took us out to make us free. But winter went by, summer came along. I went to camp to run and play. And when I came back home, they said, Zadie's gone. And all his books were packed and stored away. And I don't know how or why it came to be. happened slowly over many years. We just stopped being Jewish like my Zadie was. And no one cared enough to shed a tear. But Zadie made us laugh, Zadie made us sing, and Zadie made us Seder Pesach night. And Zadie, oh my Zadie, how I love him so. And Zadie used to teach me wrong from right. And many winters went by, and many summers came along. And now my children sit in front of me. And who will be the Zadie of my children? Who will be their Zadie if not me? Who will be the Zadies of our children? Who will be their Zadies if not we? And Zadie made us laugh, Zadie made us sing, and Zadie made a kiddish Friday night. And Zadie, oh my Zadie, how I love him so. And Zadie used to teach me wrong from right.
I'm Martin Landau. Who will be the Zadies of our children to ensure the continuity of our traditions? Today, with so many of us running in different directions, it's so hard to focus in on the attitudes and principles that were held so sacred by our grandfathers. We seem to be losing the warmth and the Hamish quality of the dear old man who passed on the legacy of a moral and ethical way of life. You know, these Chabadniks, as you can see by all the excitement and the glitter of this telethon, are very much a part of today's world. Yet they retain the compassion and sanctity of our blessed grandfathers. They care for you and me and everyone else, especially those in need, regardless of their race, color, or religion. Sentiment and love like this we cannot ignore. We must reach out as they do and keep their social programs going. Please go to your phones now and call 662-2218. Make your pledge in memory or in honor of your Zeta or of anyone else you hold dear to your heart. Please call now, 662-2218, and make tomorrow a brighter day for someone in need. Thank you. God bless you and a happy and healthy New Year. Thank you.
Rabbi. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to hear a big hand for Martin Landau. Martin not only has been coming every year here and put forth so much effort, but has worked very, very hard behind the scenes to really bring many of the stars that you see here tonight to this show. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give my blessings to Martin Landau with health and happiness. And you can give him a big hand. Let me hear it.
Thank you. This is a great organization. Please, please call and make your pledge now. Thank you.
God bless you. When you talk about Zadies, you must remember that Chabad cares for the elderly. And if you are fortunate enough to have the resources, help us help them. Go to your phones now, please. Call. We're already getting into the last hour. Now is the time to do it. We spoke before about Zadies. We speak now about a younger generation. Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very fine member of the community of Brentwood that was built up and put forward by Rabbi and Rebbetzin Hecht. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Michael Helfand.
Thank you very much. Good evening. I'm very pleased to be here. All night you've been hearing about Chabad reaching out to the hungry, the homeless, the destitute, and the drug abuser, without regard to race or religion. Chabad has helped so many people in need over the years. That is why I am here and why your support is so necessary. Please keep those contributions coming in. Chabad needs every penny you have to give. But I also wanted to tell you about another side of Chabad, the Chabad that reaches out to so many Jews who have lost touch with their heritage. When I was growing up, the focal point of Jewish life for me was my grandfather, my Zaidi. He was my personal connection to thousands of years of tradition and Yiddishkeit. Unfortunately, he passed away at a critical time in my life. 3 weeks after my wife Loretta and I were married, it was finally time to start my own Jewish home, to pass on that tradition. Suddenly, I had so many unanswered questions, questions that I wanted and needed to ask my Zaidi. He knew so much about the richness and joy of Jewish living. At that point, the only thing I was sure of was that my children and the next generation would not simply feel Jewish by osmosis, as was true for so many of my friends. My children would have to experience it in their home, in our home. It was about that time that Loretta and I met an eager young Chabad rabbi and his incredible Rebbetzin. They were starting a new Chabad center in our community. Chabad has many such synagogues and centers throughout the world where services and educational programs reach out to teach the love of Torah, a feeling that my Zaidi knew and conveyed so well. 6.5 years later, we have the nachas and joy of watching our 3-year-old daughter, Ariana Ruth, light Shabbos candles and participate in all of the holidays. It is such an important part of her life and of our lives. She is truly our blessing from heaven. My Zaidi was and still is my guiding light, but now he has a lot of help from Chabad for helping to enrich our lives with the joys of tzedakah and Jewish living, and for all the wonderful things Chabad does for the needy. My wife and I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Chabad, to the Rebbe, to Rabbi and Rebbetzin Kunin, to our very own Baruch and Chani Hecht, and to the rest of our Chabad family. And a big thank you to all of you for your generous contributions. You are making a difference. To all of you and my family and friends, a healthy, happy New Year, and may your generosity be returned to you and your loved ones in kind. Thank you.
We just got a call from Susan Stafford, who is donating $10,000 in memory of a dear friend of ours, Dan Enright. Alan Manny Singer have Bottom Line Industries, very, very dear friends of Rabbi and Rebbetzin Aaron Bigun of Cheviot Hills, have pledged $18,000. We'd like to say hello to Sheldon Cassaver. Sheldon, I hope you're watching the program. God bless you with health and happiness and everything else that is good. Now I think...
Yes, well, come over, join me,
Now I think
Rabbi.
we're ready for a toast, is that right?
We have a tote coming up, and you know, we want to see if we go past the 5 million. And oh, we didn't hit 5 yet.
We practically hit it.
We gotta hit 5. We gotta go. We didn't hit the 5.
Wait a minute, wait.
Wait.
You want to know something?
I was dancing over there. Where were the cameras?
I'm not excited because we have now less than an hour left.
Oh, yeah, 55 minutes.
And we're short yet of the 5 million.
Well, I want to try to, I was hoping and praying we're going to hit 6 this
Well, let me
year,
just
but...
say something. It's been a difficult year.
Yes.
But I am confident that the people out there are not going to let us down.
Yes.
So you know what? We got to tell them. Some of you have not called yet.
Yes.
We urge you, Don't let all the people that we have to help down. Pick yourself up off the chair. You're watching our show now for over 5 hours. Pick yourself up off the chair, go over to the telephone, dial our number, make a pledge, and God will bless you for it. What are you afraid about? What are you afraid about? The cost of a couple of theater tickets, parking in a restaurant. We deserve at least that, and yet a couple of zeros would be even better. But more so, you know that God is going to help you. But don't let us down tonight, please. I suffered 2 hard years in Russia, worked very hard. You saw what we did. We're not asking you money for the Russian projects tonight, but we're asking you now to help us in Los Angeles. For God's sakes, come now, and come and please go to the phone and call. We got a lot of work. Genug gesungen, genug getanzt, enough singing, enough dancing. Right now, go to the phone. And now, please, we see we have a wonderful guest.
That's right. And you know, Mel Carter, he's got a glorious voice, and he's going to sing Yiddish Your Mama for us right now.
God bless
Perfect.
him. Wonderful man.
Mel.
My Yiddish mama, I need her more than ever now. My Yiddish mama, I'd love to kiss her wrinkled brow. I long to hold her hand once more as in days gone by, and ask her to forgive me for things I did to make her cry. How few were her pleasures, she never cared for fashion styles. Her jewels and her treasures, she found them in her baby's smile. Oh, I know that I owe what I am today to that dear little lady so old and gray, to that wonderful Yiddish mama, that Yiddish mama.
Thank you. My name is Art Matrano. Love you, thank you. Do you know why they call Yiddish mama lotion the mother tongue? Because Papa never got a chance to say anything. That's not really true. It's not true. It's called mama lotion because it's a warm language, and the Yiddish mama had a monopoly on warmth. She made the best flanken, the chicken soup with the kreplap, the gefilte fish, and the tzimmes. Just forget about it. Her hands were golden, and she touched the lives of 100 generations, each more grateful and better off for her being. To all of you who have fond memories of your Yiddish mamas, and indeed to all of us watching us tonight, help us touch the lives of those in need. Help us remove their shroud of darkness and bring in the light each and every one of us deserves in our lives. In memory and in honor of your Yiddish mamas, send in a contribution in their name to help someone in need. Go to your phones now and call 662-2218 and have a happy and a gesund New Year. God bless.
Thank you, Art. Art Matrano, my good buddy. It's so good to see you, Art. You know, just handed me this thing just before the cameras hit me, and it says, you know, Art's a great comedian and an actor, and you've seen him in a million things, but it says here that you're now a playwright and author of a new show opening October 8th at the Hollywood Playhouse, right? It's called Twice Blessed. I'll be there.
Please, God.
Good to see you, my man.
Thanks, Jan.
Good to see you. Now, sir, Lloyd, they asked me to introduce you, and they said that you have something you wanted to say.
Mrs. Lloyd.
Hi. I'm just here to say that without Chabad's help, I wouldn't be here today. I was one of the unfortunate few that came off the street. And with Chabad's help, I'm here today. And all I can say is, everybody out there, just give and give more.
Great to see you, Larry. All the best to you. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Yes. What?
We have here a very, very special person
All right.
who works so hard for
Oh,
Chabad.
she's been knocking herself out all
It's
night.
incredible. So how many years is it, Rita, now?
15 years that I've been working for Chabad.
And you know something? She is respected throughout this entire community. You know, when Rita calls on the phone, they really respond. I want to just say from the bottom of my heart, a special thank you to Rita. You should have much nachas, Rita, from your children and grandchildren. Only the best of everything.
Rabbi Kunin, I want to wish all our friends a happy, healthy, and sweet new year. And I want to thank you so much for your generous donations, which enable us to maintain our programs and enrich many lives. Please call, and we're very grateful to you for your support and caring.
God bless you, Rita. A happy and a healthy new year. God, give her a big hand. Come on, let me hear it. We have a few more
You know,
cards
Rabbi,
left.
you want to do some cards?
A few of them.
You want to
Go
do a
real fast.
couple?
There,
Let's do
Schnell.
fast. Schnell. Go.
Dr. Peter Krause, Los Angeles, $1,800.
Mrs. Hilda Hess and Dr. Leslie Hess, $1,800 from New York in memory of Max Hess.
Mr. and Mrs. Martin Magnus, $1,800.
Mr. Julius Kaplan of Beverly Hills, the member of the Chai Circle, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Kevin Kenny of Garden Grove, $1,000.
And Mr. Barry Katz of Culver City, also a member of the Chai Circle, $1,800.
Mr. and Mrs. Louis Kesterman, $1,000.
Read it.
Mr. and Mrs. Fred Handel is $1,800. Sei gesund, Mrs. Handel, God bless you. Only good news.
All right, you know something, Rabbi? It's a shank of the evening. We're coming down to the home inning now, the last inning. And we got to
get it going.
We got wait a minute.
Hit the 6 million.
That's right, and we got to start a tumult going here because we don't want to, the shank of the evening. We don't want to get tired. We don't want to fall apart. We got to pick everything up. Who do we put on? Mordechai Ben David.
Hey, Mordechai.
Go.
var ein be osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein var ein be osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein var ein be osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein var ein be osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein da 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 la 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 da 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 di 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 do da 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 ding 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 dag min ein ai di 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 dum dag min ein di 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 dum dag min ein di 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 dum dag min ein ai di di dum dag min ein oh var ein ve osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein var ein ve osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein var ein ve osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein var ein be osi da dain be hoyve ke herre fein dag min ein da 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 di 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 do da 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 dag min ein daga 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 minayin dididem 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 daga 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 oy dididem dididem daga 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 minayin dididem dididem daga 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 minayin oh yeah.
But you know what they gotta do? You know what? Can we get another tote? Where's our producer? The wonderful Jeff Cutler and the wonderful Jerry Cutler. Let's give them a big hand. Where are they? Where art thou, Jeff and Jerry Cutler? Well, come over here, please. And then what we have to do, I think we should get a tote. It wasn't a simple gift. I think so. Because if we don't hit that 5 million, we're in trouble. So I think we have to go for a tote.
I get to call for a tote, Rabbi?
Okay, if that's what you'd like to do.
I thought I was given that opportunity, no? Okay, we're on here. I dedicate this tote to Rachel Stillman, Chabad's lifeblood. Rachel, are we ready with the tote? Yes, we are. Can I have tote, please?
Oh, that was very good, but you can't dance with it. Oh, we hit it. 5.5. We hit it, 5 million, 5.5 million.
Oh, we got a chance.
We got a chance. Everybody, go to your phones. Go to your phones. Call us, send us money. Okay, before we
Wait a minute.
Go to your phones and send us money. I want to tell you something. I walked down the streets of Los Angeles. Beverly Hills, Culver City, West Los Angeles, Woodlake, even Woodlawn in New York.
Why are you out of breath?
And everybody says to me, "Ah, you're the rabbi from the Telethon."
Hey, they can see a
I'm
dancer.
your fan.
They know a dancer
I
when
said,
they see.
excuse me, how much money did you send me? They said, Rabbi, compliments. Compliments can't go to the bank.
That's right.
Can't feed the homeless or the hungry.
That's right.
You watch the show, you tape it for your mother in Miami. Don't get away without pain.
That's
Something
right.
for the show.
A fan is only important to an actor, but to a rabbi
That's right.
of the Chabad needs money.
Letten from fans.
That's right. McKenna Levin, yeah, he can't make a living from a fan.
Not bankable.
That's right. He wants money.
Yes, we have to send us money. We have a shot at the $6 million.
Oh, hey, we got a good shot at $6 million. Listen, we have a
What
great
time is
star. He's got a few words to say about Chabad.
Why didn't
This
he
is
dance
Mr.
with us?
Robert Foster.
Maybe
He's
the
saving his
next
breath. He's saving his breath so he could tell the folks a little about Chabad. Bob, thanks for being with us again this year.
Jan, what spirit. What spirit. I'm glad to come on late in the show because that $5 million looks strong. What Shabbat has done, what you've done, and what we have done makes a difference. What all of us do tonight will change our lives for the better. Regardless of your problems, your aches and pains, you're much better off than those who will be on the receiving end of Chabad's outreach programs. By helping those in need, we are helping ourselves. The singing and dancing you've seen and will continue to see tonight is an expression of joy, because the money we raise is going to house someone who can't watch us tonight because there are no TV sets in abandoned cars. It's going to feed someone who is on the corner of a street with a sign begging for money or food. There are literally thousands of men, of women, children who were once down and out who are now leading quality lives thanks to you. Please don't abandon those souls out there who walk the streets aimlessly, hoping for a handout. Regardless of what happens tonight, Chabad will keep its doors open so that those in need will be given a fighting chance to have a normal life. We sing and dance so that some family, man, woman, or child will be given a second chance. Remember, what we do tonight will build a better tomorrow. Please go to your phones now and call 662-2218. God bless you.
Turn it to you. Yeah, the three of us. You know, thank you so much, Bob Foster. Thank you. Understand you just did a new film down in Florida, did you? It's called what?
South Beach.
South Beach.
South Beach.
Good success with it. You look good. You look like Jack Dempsey. You know, a little more.
It's in the plan.
A few more pounds. You know, ladies, Mordechai tried to get off after he finished the song, but we wouldn't let him. I wouldn't let him because he has another song to do for you, and Rabbi Kunin will explain what it is.
Well, as you know, that we have spent the last 2 years in Russia working to free the Rebbe's library. This is a very special message, and I want you to know that Vice Presidential candidate Gore, Al Gore, my dear friend, has joined the efforts and completed the full 100 United States senators to sign a letter to Mr. Yeltsin. You must give the books back. And you must understand everybody's trying. And Al has been a great friend. And you've heard already before from Mr. Weintraub about President Bush and my friend Secretary Baker, Barbara Bush, etc., etc. I have to say that the Gore-Clinton team as well, everybody agrees on one thing, give them back the books. But you know something? You people just don't understand that till you give those books back, you will see this graying beard all over the world. Be warned. Return those books. And that's Mordechai's song. He sang it years ago and was able to bring out Sharansky and the rest of them. And tonight, folks, sit up tall and take notice. You give those books back, and the sooner you do, be a great blessing for you.
Otherwise, they'll be stuck to Rabbi Kunin forever in Moscow.
Yeah, that's all that they need. Yeah, that's all that they need.
They'll destroy the place.
That's all that they need. Lebedik and Freilich. Let our people go with all the books.
Faithfully, a prisoner of conscience serving in hell, yearning for home is tested. His commitment to heaven's been made, that's how he kept his sanity. His religion never will fail, counting each day so anxiously. He fought for his rights, never did bend his goals, reviving energy.
Yes, he survived, he's free now, bleeding to you and me now. Let's always have in mind our brothers left behind, trapped in the iron curtain, leading in demonstrations, firing inspiration. Now shouting though, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Left behind a firm guarantee, alarming the world of the urgency. It's not a crime to want to be free, live in the world of democracy. Just like Sharansky, so many more, they need our support and our pressuring. And so we'll fight like never before, the freedom from hell and suffering. The message is strong, so loud and clear. Why don't they surrender in dignity? We can't leave a single book there to wake up and face reality. Yes, we survived, we're free now, bleeding to you and me now. Let's always have in mind our treasure left behind, trapped in the iron curtain, leading in demonstration, firing inspiration. Loud shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurt. Everybody, come on, let me hear you. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books will go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Oh, shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go, enough of your bluff and your hurting. Your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no. Enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no. All the books must go. Enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no. Enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no. All the books must go. Enough of their bluff and the hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go. Enough of your bluff and your hurting. Now shouting no, all the books must go. Enough of your bluff and your hurting. Thank you so much, thank you.
I hope
they got the message.
I hope they got the message.
Oh, I never knew I knew those lyrics.
Clear.
I didn't know I knew that song.
Even Jan Murray knew the song. It's a Hasidic song. I don't mean something else. Of course, I want to say one thing. Now is the time.
I was doing the
Please,
Tennessee
folks, anybody that knows a Russian, whether he walks, he crawls, he swims, he flies, send him a letter. Regards from Cunin. Give him his books and send him home. Why not? A wife, 13 kids, and 8 grandchildren, an organization. Just give him the books, send him home. And all of you can do your mitzvah tonight to help the books. And you know what that is? When you will do tzedakah. Every deed brings Mashiach Tzidkenu closer. Every good deed, every mitzvah brings Mashiach closer. And he's going to have his books.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, in Yerushalayim.
How about a hand for Mordechai Ben David here? What a tumult he made here. What a tumult. Rabbi, I want to address our audience to this wonderful young actor who has a message for us. Gary Coleman. Gary.
Thank you. I'm Gary Coleman. I flew in on MGM Grand Air because they're the only airline with enough legroom for me. Thanks. However, drug addiction is no joke. Chabad